This is your first time in the Minneapolis, Minnesota real estate market channel, and you want to know everything about living in Minneapolis, Minnesota? Then subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Minneapolis, Minnesota. My name is Trent Seaman with the advisory group at eXp Realty. I get calls every day from people just like you. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out as all my contact information is in the description box below. I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today, we're jumping into the pros and cons of living in Bloomington, Minnesota, and that is coming up next. The pros of living in Bloomington, Minnesota. Number one, the variety of housing options: single family homes, apartments, and townhomes. More affordable than Minneapolis, but still offers suburban convenience. Safe neighborhoods with a strong sense of community. Many homes are older, built in the 50s and 70s. So some may need some renovations, which could be a positive for you. You can build some equity on that home. Median home price is around 350 to 400,000, depending on the neighborhood. Apartments rent for about one bedroom typically ranges from anywhere from $1,300 to $1,800 a month. Pro number two, proximity to Minneapolis and St. Paul. It's just a short drive to both downtown Minneapolis and St. Paul, making it convenient for you to work, entertainment, and cultural activities. Very easy to get down to see any of the sporting events from Bloomington, straight shot down. So it's a very, very nice spot for Bloomington as far as location goes within those things. Mall of America and shopping. Home to the Mall of America, one of the largest shopping and entertainment complexes in the U.S., with 500 plus stores, dining, and entertainment. You have nearby retail areas like Southtown Shopping Center, which is in Bloomington. And you got the Eden Prairie Mall, which is about 10 minutes away. You also have Southdale Mall, which is, 5 minutes away in Edina. Just right. And you have the Galleria right next to Southdale, which is high end shopping. So you've got all the shopping that you need within 10 minutes of Bloomington. Job opportunities. It's close to major employers like Best Buy, which is headquartered there, Health Partners, and other corporate offices. You also have 10. You're also 10 to 20 minutes from 10 other Fortune 500 companies. So great proximity if you're working for one of the Fortune 500 companies, and you've got the ease of getting anywhere within the Twin Cities very easily. Excellent transportation options. The next pro. You're served by major highways. 494 is your northern border. It goes along the entire northern border of Bloomington, and that's the circle that goes around southern and western Minneapolis. You also have I-35, which goes from Duluth all the way down to past into Texas, and that goes right through the middle of Bloomington and really splits it from the west and east. You also have the Metro Transit Light Rail, which the final stop is at the Mall of America. So you can jump on that and take that right downtown. It has stops at the Viking Stadium and the Twin Stadium. So you can take it right to any of those two stadiums if you're going to one of their events. Good schools. Bloomington has a very strong public school system and is a near reputable colleges and universities. Bloomington schools, which is ISD 271, are generally well rated, especially Jefferson High School and Kennedy High School. So there are several private and charter options. And then you have higher education institutions like Normandale Community College, which is one of the best junior colleges in Minnesota. The great thing about this school is they have a deal with the University of Minnesota Twin Cities campus, which is very hard to get into out of high school. You can go to Normandale for 2 years, get your first 2 years under your belt at a very reasonable cost, and then you automatically get right into the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. So a great deal. Take advantage of that if you can. Parks and outdoor activities. Plenty of green spaces included. Highland Park Reserve. You've got skiing there, ski jumping. So if you know those big jumping things that you only ever see in the Olympics, we've got one of those there too as well. Highland Park skiers are also very good for snowboarding. So if you're a snowboarder, it's a great spot. The Minnesota Valley National Wildlife Refuge and easy access to lakes and trails. As I said before, Highland Park Reserve, great for hiking, biking, skiing, and picnicking. The Minnesota Valley National Wildlife Refuge, which goes along the the southern border of Bloomington along the Minnesota River, offers miles of scenic trails and wildlife spotting. And then of course, you got Bush Lake Beach, which is a popular summer spot for swimming and water slides and relaxing. Plenty of parks and trails and green spaces for all outdoor activities. We take activities seriously outdoors year round. So the winters do not slow us down. We will go out and ice fish, snowmobile, ice skate, outdoor hockey. We are busy. It doesn't matter how cold it gets. We are outdoors in the wintertime as well. Um, I've lost my pro count number, but diverse dining and entertainment. There's a variety of restaurants, breweries, entertainment options and around the city. It was really central. I mean, it's a huge town, 88,000 people. So there's options all throughout the town, but the main crux of it all is at Mall of America. There's tons of restaurants at Mall of America. The cons of living in Bloomington, Minnesota. You have cold winters. You got harsh Minnesota winters with heavy snowfall and cold temperatures. Snowfall's not too bad. It's not like living on the lakes of the Great Lakes of Michigan and Ohio or Pennsylvania, where they just get pounded by lake effect snow. We don't get that because when it gets real cold, it doesn't snow that much. But we do get cold, and we will get a decent amount of snow, but it's nothing crazy. Traffic congestion. Being a major suburb with lots of attractions, traffic can get heavy, especially near Mall of America, and you're also right next to our airport too as well. So sometimes, I lived in San Francisco and New York, and and I've been to all the city. It's not, as far as I'm concerned, traffic here is not very bad. Cost of living, while not as expensive as Minneapolis, Bloomington's housing costs and property taxes still can be relatively high. Many homes are older, built in the 50s and 70s because it's an older town. And some may need renovations, which could be a benefit for you. So if you got this house that person's lived in for 30 years, you buy it for $350,000-$400,000, and you update it. Now you're going to make a ton of equity on the house, so that's a good thing. There's very limited new construction compared to the suburbs like Lakeville to the south and Eden Prairie. You just don't see new construction going on. What you do see is people buying houses and knocking them down and building up something new. You see a lot of that in the western suburbs in Edina and St. Louis Park, and that's going on all over the place. Not as much in Bloomington, but I'm sure it's the next stop. Tourist crowds. Mall of America attracts tons of tourists, making traffic and parking hectic. There's limited boutique or unique shopping compared to places like Minneapolis, the North Loop. That being said, you still have Southdale. You've got the Galleria over there, so you can get some nice shopping in there too as well, which is only 5 to 10 minutes away. You've got limited nightlife. While there are entertainment options, the nightlife scene isn't as vibrant as Minneapolis and the North Loop. You're not going to see that. And you've got older housing stock. Many homes are older, and some may require renovations or updates, as we talked about earlier. And the last con of living in Bloomington is suburban feel. While there are urban amenities, Bloomington still has a strong suburban feel, which might not appeal to more for those looking for more of a city-like atmosphere. Again, this has been Trent Seaman from the eXp Realty and the advisory group in Hopkins, Minnesota, your anchor on your voyage home. So that wraps up day number 2 of our videos on video series on Bloomington, Minnesota. Tomorrow we'll do a map video so you have a better idea of where Bloomington is in relation to the Twin Cities. Again, welcome any comments that you have on the pros and cons. Maybe I missed a pro or a con. Please let me know if there's something that I should have added to it. Always appreciate your comments. I've got numerous videos on the Minneapolis, Minnesota real estate market page on YouTube. Please check those out. For I've got almost all the neighborhoods now covered in the western suburbs of Minneapolis. So check those out if you want. Always hit that bell and tap that bell and give me a quote or two, a positive quote. I always enjoy those. This has been Trent Seaman from the advisory group in EXP Realty, Siemens Real Estate Solutions, your anchor on your voyage home. So that wraps up day number 2 of our videos on video series on Bloomington, Minnesota. Tomorrow we'll do a map video so you have a better idea of where Bloomington is in relation to the Twin Cities. Again, welcome any comments that you have on the pros and cons. Maybe I missed a pro or a con. Please let me know if there's something that I should have added to it. Always appreciate your comments. I've got numerous videos on the Minneapolis, Minnesota real estate market page on YouTube. Please check those out. I've got almost all the neighborhoods now covered in the western suburbs of Minneapolis. So check those out if you want. Always hit that bell and tap that bell and give me a quote or two, a positive quote. I always enjoy those. This has been Trent Seaman from the advisory group in eXp Realty, Siemens Real Estate Solutions, your anchor on your voyage home.